Welcome to the fight of the week. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator. Tonight's 10-rounder from the Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center in Louisville, Kentucky, brings together Cassius Clay, 1960 Olympic boxing champion from Louisville, and experienced Alonzo Johnson of Rankin, Pennsylvania. The 19-year-old Clay has made a great start as a professional. He's won all 7 of his fights, 5 of them by knockouts. As an amateur, Clay won the 1960 Olympic light heavyweight, the National AAU light heavyweight, and the Golden Gloves heavyweight crowns. Now his sights are on bigger game. Johnson, 26 years old, was born in Aberdeen, Mississippi. He's a tough, hardy campaigner whose record shows wins over Nino Valdez and Tony Anthony. In 26 bouts, he has won 19 and lost 7. He shows 6 knockouts and has never been stopped. Johnson is 5 feet 11 and a half, while Clay stands 6 feet 2 and a half. At the State Athletic Board weigh-in this morning, Clay came in at 192 and a half, while Johnson was 189. In just a few minutes, a 10-round heavyweight fight between Cassius Clay and Alonzo Johnson will get underway. Well, we're almost ready to go here in Louisville, so let's get up into the ring, and the ring announcer, George Lewis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a William H. King presentation. The ring officials are assigned here by the Kentucky State Athletic Board of Control, Bob Evans, Commissioner. Your judges are Harlow Edwards and Walter Beck. Your timekeeper, Ed Roby. Counting at the knockdown, Soldier Buck. Your attending physician, J.P. Sutherland. And your referee, Don Asbury. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing, and presenting from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing 192 and a half pounds, Cassius Clay. And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 189 pounds, Alonzo Johnson.
Let's have a good, clean fight. Watch your hip punching and holding. Don't hold with one hand, hit with the other one. When I say break, break clean. The mandatory 8 counts in effect. Man goes down 3 times in 1 round, fight's over. If you go down once, you must take the count of 8. Shake hands now, come out fighting. Good luck to both.
Scoring here in Louisville, the 5-point must system. The winner of the round gets 5 points. The loser, anything less, even rounds, each man gets 5. It's an 18-foot ring, and they're wearing 8-ounce gloves. A 10-round to the bell for round 1. Clay in the white trunks, Johnson in the black trunks. You're going to see a fast fighter in Cassius Clay. Clay has great speed, quick hands. He figures to double and triple jab his man. Johnson has been in with the best. Johnson told us he was going to press Clay. Clay is a good counter puncher. He's not been landing with the right hand, Clay hasn't, but he has been pumping that left in hard. There goes a good right. Johnson is trying to corner him. Don Asbury, the referee, getting them apart. Johnson's main hope at the moment seems to be for the youngster to make a mistake. One minute to go in round one. Note the rapidity and the dexterity of Clay's left hand. Sometimes starts it out as a jab and turns it into a hook. However, up on his toes as he is, he's not getting much punching power. Johnson is the more flat-footed of the two to give him power. Ten seconds to go in round one. There's the bell. Coming up to round two here in Louisville, Kentucky. Cassius Clay, white trunks, Alonzo Johnson in black. We get close enough, you'll see that Johnson's face is well smeared with Vaseline. Although it may rub off by the time we see it if he turns this way. Johnson has his back to us. Now Clay is going flat-footed to hit a little harder. He's getting more power in his punches. Somebody behind us is yelling Alonzo's an old man. He'll be 27 years old in September. Or rather, November. Clay apparently has a superabundance of energy. Less than a minute to go in round two. Johnson working the body to slow down his faster opponent. Those long right hands of Clay are landing, but without too much steam. He's got no follow-through on them. Johnson equalizing things a little bit there. Ending round two. A good round. The crowd liked it. Back to the corner with Cassius Clay. Facing him is Angelo Dundee, the well-traveled trainer of fighters. He goes all over. On the outside is Solomon McTeer with the towel over his head. He was Ingemar Johansson's sparring partner for a while. And on the right-hand side is Rudy Clay, the brother of Cassius. who is an amateur fighter. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, we have Alonzo Johnson. Facing him and wiping off the face and maybe putting some more Vaseline on is manager Mike Bazone, who's also the cut man in the corner. Leaning in from the outside, a familiar figure, Bob Baker. Once rated heavyweight, he was number 2 contender for a while. A great boxer, Mr. Bob was. And the other man in the corner is Andy Tutter, carrying the pail out now. As we come up for round 3 here in the Kentucky Exposition Hall. Round 3, Cassius Clay, the white trunks, comes out a little bit like Hurricane Jackson used to. Alonzo Johnson in the black. There's the grease on Johnson's face. Well, Johnson caught him leaning that time. Don Asbury, the referee. The 10-round bout, and Johnson is biding his time, apparently. 1 minute to go in round 3. 'Clay is undefeated, but he's never fought anyone of the caliber of Johnson. Johnson himself has never been knocked out. Ten seconds to go in round 3. There's the bell. Round 4, Cassius Clay, the white trunks, Alonzo Johnson in black. That exchange in Johnson's corner, the best of the fight. At the moment, Clay is just too fast for Johnson. Round 4 is half over. Now Clay is putt-shotting his man. Five seconds left in the round. Johnson down. And there's the mandatory 8 count. He bounced right up. He claims it's not a knockdown. And the referee says no knockdown. The referee first started to count, and then decided it was no knockdown. Johnson was off balance, but he was hit, too. There's the bell ending round 4. The referee taking Clay back to his corner. Don Asbury was also a fighter, amateur and pro, and was the all-Navy heavyweight champion and the Kentucky heavyweight champion quite a few years ago. Don Asbury, the referee. There's a crowd of 7,100 here tonight, one of the largest crowds to see a fight here in many years. Round 5, Cassius Clay, the white trunks, Alonzo Johnson in black. No question but that Clay has dominated the fight during the first 4 rounds, mostly with his speed, but Johnson is winging away. Clay's corner is yelling to him to hook. Throw the left hook. He leans pretty well back from punches, Cassius Clay does. However, leaning is considered dangerous, too. You get tagged in that position, you might go out. One minute to go in round 5. Turning it on now, as you see. Ten seconds to go in round 5. There's the bell. Coming up to round 6 here in Louisville, and Cassius Clay in the white trunks. As the bell rings, Alonzo Johnson in black, and if Johnson is running out of gas, which he seems to be, it is going to be a very rough evening for the young man from Rankin, Pennsylvania. Clay's from Louisville. There have been no official knockdowns in the fight. Johnson went down in the 4th round, but it was ruled no knockdown. First time, Clay shows signs of maybe getting a little bit weary. Johnson still beating the body as hard as he can. Pretty hot all over the country tonight, and that goes for Louisville, and these young men are fighting under very, very hot conditions here. Not calculated to help their stamina any. Clay definitely has slowed down. Less than half a minute left in the round. Round 6 almost over. There's the bell. Round 7, Cassius Clay, the white trunks, has dominated the fight so far. Johnson in black. My unofficial opinion, I would guess that if Johnson were going to win, it's got to be by a knockout. The body punching of Johnson could be taking its toll on Clay now. The young man doesn't look as sharp as he did earlier. His punches haven't got that early zip. Johnson has not been able to land a big one to the head, however. Clay has landed many up there. 1 minute to go in round 7. Let's see if they call that a knockdown. Nope. That's the second non-knockdown. 10 seconds to go in round 7. There's the bell. No official knockdowns in the fight so far. Play pretty far ahead. Johnson is finally using a left jab. Round 8 about half over. Terribly hot under these ring lights here in Louisville. Both fighters apparently affected by it. There's the bell ending round 8. Over in Cassius Clay's corner, facing him is Angelo Dundee, as I told you earlier, the well-traveled trainer. You saw him in many of the famous fights of Carmen Basilio in Carmen's corner, also with Luis Rodriguez. And 2 weeks from tonight, on August 5th, Angelo will be in the corner of Florentino Fernandez as he tries to lift the middleweight crown from the brow of Gene Fulmer in Ogden, Utah. And that fight, incidentally, will be on our fight of the week, but will be blacked out in the Ogden, Salt Lake City area. So that's 2 weeks from tonight. Next Saturday night, by the way, again, Emil Griffith in a non-title fight. He's the welterweight champion with Yama Bahama. We're coming up to round 9 here in Louisville, and at the end of round 8, many of the spectators were getting a little bit restless. Round 9, Cassius Clay, the white trunks. Alonzo Johnson in black. Clay still leaves himself off balance when he throws a long right hand. No knockdowns in the fight. You can hear the crowd calling for more action. One minute to go in round 9. Johnson is very, very tired, but Clay apparently doesn't have the punch to stop him. Ten seconds to go in round 9. There's the bell. Coming up to round 10, the bell is sounded. Referee Don Asbury has them touch gloves. Cassius Clay, the white trunks. Alonzo Johnson in black. On our unofficial scorecard, Clay is way ahead. There have been no knockdowns. The scene of the combat, the Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center in Louisville, Kentucky. A beautiful building. Johnson's real weary. Let's see what they call that. That's the third time Johnson's been down, but there have been no official knockdowns. A little more than a minute left to go in this fight. Johnson's having trouble lasting now. He's exceptionally tired. About 40 seconds left. The crowd very pro-Clay here in Louisville, rooting for him to score a knockout. "20 seconds left. Well, there'll be no knockout. Only a few seconds left. There's the final bell. Alonzo Johnson, Cassius Clay. And we'll have the decision in just a minute. State Athletic Board Chairman Bob Evans is going over the cards on the left-hand side of the ring. Announcer George Lewis is reaching over, waiting for them. Scoring here in Louisville is on a 5-point must system. The winner of a round gets 5 points. The loser, anything less than 5, and even rounds are scored 5 points each. It was a one-sided fight. I don't think there's any question about that. We'll have the decision in just a moment. I guess we're about ready for George Lewis. He's checking the card of the referee, Don Asbury.
Referee Don Asbury, 50-44 Clay. Judge Harlow Edwards, 48-45 Clay. Judge Walderbeck, 48-47 Clay. And the winner by unanimous decision,
Cassius Clay, the winner. The more they announce it, the closer it got, however. Don Asbury apparently gave Clay every round. 10 rounds at 5 points each, 50-44 for Johnson. Harlow Edwards had it 48-45, and Walter Beck just had a squeaker, 48-47. Nevertheless, the unanimous decision for former Olympic heavyweight champion or light heavyweight champion of the AAU, Cassius Clay, who has now won 8 out of 8. Directed by Marshall Diskin. Associate Director, Bill Lilling.